Good YouTube and everybody, thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel. We really do appreciate it. And as always, we'd like to thank our viewers, subscribers, and our members, because without you, we're not us. So let's talk about Mortal Kombat 3, Storm Collectibles, Nightwolf. This is available now for order, and links are down in the basement if you want to purchase. But guys, let me know something in the comments. Do you like this figure? Did you pick it up in the past? Or are you going to pick it up now? Let me know. So let's roll them off stand, and let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at the appearance. As you see him there, the picture is going to be coming up. There's only a few things that's wrong with him. If you look at him just as the figure itself, it looks really good. But if you want to go into detail like the video game, it's just a little off on some things. So let's look at it closely. All right, we'll start with the head and work our way down. As you can see, you have the hair flowing. That's sculpted on. Then you're going to sculpt the bandana with some PVC plastic for the bandana to hang with the feather. And there goes your gold connection. That's correct. His face paint with the red, that's correct as well. But if you look at the eyes, see his pupils, you're not supposed to see his pupils. His eyes are solid white. Messed up there. I don't know why they didn't do that. I mean, it's obvious when you look at the character in the game or any pictures, his eyes are solid white. There's no pupils. Okay, look how chiseled he is. He's really chiseled and bulky. He's not like that in the game. He's fit, but he's just not so muscular and just stout like that. He's just more of a fit body shape, and his face looks really muscular instead of just elongated regular face. It just looks really like a big guy. He wasn't a big guy. But let's go down and look at his jacket. Okay, let's see the lips though. You see the lips got a little bit of, I don't know, it's like the blue. Have a little blue color to them. I think they do have that in the game there. No, he doesn't. He don't have no blue in the game at all. So I don't know what that blue is. Should just be regular lip color. That's weird. Okay, so look at the jacket. There's the red wolf logo. That's correct. Black jacket. You do have the fray, and you do have the silver buckles. That's correct. You do have the armlets with the blue and black trim. Correct there. You do have the bracelets, the gauntlets with the black trim and the silver. And his belt has those silver buckles on them with the black. And on the side pants, you do have the openings with the black. That's correct. Blue pants, all painted. You see the sculpt for the brushing of the pants. And then you look at the boots. You sculpt that out, painted brown. That's all correct. Black on the bottom. I mean, you can't go wrong with the boots. Okay, so above all, the figure, it looks decent. I mean, like I said, if it just was proportioned, it'd be a lot better. Storm Collectibles, they love to make their figures real bulky and muscular. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's what they do. But if you look at the figure as a whole, it does look great. Nothing wrong with it there, but just a few minor things that's not correct, right? Okay, and that'll do it for the appearance. Okay, for the measurements, it's right at 8 3/4. So right under 8 inches. It's a little high because the peg is a little long than normal. So his head sits a little higher than normal. So that's going to be sitting just right under 8 3/4. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale him up. As you can see, Montaro back there, Mortal Kombat 3. This is the Nightwolf for Mortal Kombat 3. So we'll just put a couple more Mortal Kombat 3 characters in there just to get that scale, right? Let's throw in Scorpion. All right. Put Kano in there. I do like Kano. Awesome character. Looks good. And we'll throw in Smoke. Cyborg Smoke, right? Okay. There we go. Now you see the scale. Looks pretty good. I think Nightwolf is, I don't know if Nightwolf is that tall versus Kano, Scorpion, and Smoke. As you can see, he's a very tall character. But the scale does look good. Storm Collectibles, they do pretty well. I know the line is discontinued, but one thing they do is they make them really big, right? They make most of the characters a little bit too muscular, I think. But above all, it still looks pretty good on the scale. Let me know what your thoughts are. There you go. And you get the idea. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. Of course, you get the figure itself, which is the 1/12 scale. You get 3 additional head sculpts, which makes 4. You get 5 pairs of hands. The axe, which is the silver axe. Then you get the spirit axe, then the lightning effect with the spirit arrow and the spirit bow, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the head sculpts first. As you can see, we'll look at the head sculpt that's on him now, last. But let's take a look at the first one. This first one is a little aggressive. He has his teeth clenched, as you can see here. There you go. So let's take a look at it. Let me put him on put it on this real quick. This might be a little better. Yeah, I like this. Okay, there it is. Has his teeth, his buck teeth clenched. There you go. More of an aggressive look. No white eyes. They should be white. There's the hair flowing like the rest. Feathers. The blue and the gold. Right? There you have it. Don't know why he's looking like that. There you go. Okay. Let's take a look at the next head sculpt. This is going to be the one where when he's winning his matches, he's hype. He's got the mouth open, aggressive. He's hype. Here we go. There it is. There he is. This is usually when he's holding his axe in the air when he wins a match. He holds that axe in the air. Right? All right. Same exact thing. Right? Except for the facial expression. Mouth open. You can see the teeth. Also see inside the mouth with the tongue. Great sculpt. Great paint. Still need the white eyes, right? Okay. There you have it. All right, let's look at the last one. This will be another one where his teeth are clenched, but he doesn't look like he got buck teeth. As you can see there, right? Okay, here he is. There you go. More, I guess it's more calm, but still aggressive. The exact same as the rest with the hair and the bandana and feather. Just a different facial expression, right? Okay. You see it? Let's get it close. There we go. Still need those white eyes. Okay. And we'll take a look at the head sculpt that's on him real quick. There it is. Been seeing it out through the video. Relaxed, calm, ready for battle. Same thing, right? There you go. Okay, and that'll do it for the head sculpts. Let's take a look at the axe. Just a regular axe, a silver one, right? There you go. This is the one you put the lightning effect on it. There it is. Just basic. Supposed to be a wooden handle. Touch it up with some silver. You're good to go, right? There you go. Axe. Good paint. Good job on that. Okay, there we go. Now let's take a look at the spirit axe, which is my favorite, especially in the game. The spirit axe I wish came with flames, because when he wins, he holds this up and there's that green flame coming from it. I wish they had that coming with it. Storm Collectibles always misses some detail, but there you have it. Same exact thing. Translucent plastic. Put some lighting to it. Bring it to life, like so. Bring it to life. Put that light to it. There you go. You can bring it to life. There you go. All right. Spirit axe. Okay, next we'll look at the spirit bow with the spirit arrow. See him holding it there? Yeah. Okay. It's tough to get him in that position to hold that, I think. But here we are. Let's go with the spirit bow first. There it is. Translucent. There you go. Spirit bow. Then you put the spirit arrow right up in there. Put his fingers in there. Looks like he's pulling it. And there you have it. Translucent plastic. Put some life to it. Bring it to life. Put some light to it and bring it to life, right? There you go. Okay. So let's look at the lightning effect. This is the one where it comes from the silver axe and it shocks you in the game. That's what it's for. He shocks you with it, right? Okay. Here we are. Translucent plastic. Put some light to it. Bring it to life. There you go. Let's go ahead and get that axe. It snaps on. You just put it position in there. I think it's, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's this way. So if you snap it in there like so, boom, there you go. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the hands. You get 5 extra pair, which makes 10. So we just look at the 5 pair, but not both of them. So we'll just look at one apiece, right? So let's go with the hands that hold the axe, right? Let me get my holder here. Okay, so the hand that holds the axe, there you go. Hand that holds the axe, that's it. Basic, ugly cuts on there. I hate those cuts. There you go. Hand that holds the axe. You get 2 of those, right? Okay, let's take a look at the hands that pull the arrows and holds the bow. Yep, there we go. Okay, here we are. And there you have it. Right? Ugly. Ugly cuts, but it does the job. All right, so let's take a look at the hands that are relaxed. Got the more relaxed look to them. There we go. A little detail, nails. Ugly cuts though. They can deal with, they need to do away with those cuts right there, right? Yeah, but it will do. Okay, last one. The distorted hands. Don't know what he's doing here. You see it just distorted, like he's throwing up gang signs. Here we go. There you go. What is he doing here? All right. A little bit of detail, nails. Ugly cuts. And there you have it. He's throwing it up. Okay. And that will do it for the accessories. Okay, so let's step into it. The POA, the points of articulation. All right, so Storm Collectible, this is pretty basic. Their articulation is not very wow, but it does the job. So the head movement is pretty bad because of the fact that you see the ball and socket. That's incorrect. I don't know if this is just mine or they all came like this, but that's way too long. That's not the right fit. So being that it's long, your rotations, your tilts are not going to stay very well. Looking down, obviously it can stay, but looking up with the hair, especially with the PVC plastic, it's not going to stay at all. It's very, very terrible, and you do have that gap showing as well. Not great there, that at all. Okay, so the arms are pretty basic Storm Collectibles. Latch system, rotates. You do have your bicep swivels, single latch there. The hands also rotate with latches. You do have sternum rotations, crunches, lower waist rotations there, right? And then your legs, they have latches as well. And then the legs right here, the knees, right? Okay. And also in the feet, they have the little latch mechanism with the pivot in the toe, right? Pretty basic, but it gets the job done. Don't know why the head is like that. It shouldn't be, but that's what it is, right? So for the articulation, basic, but it gets the job done. And that'll do it for the POA. And of course, Storm Collectibles, they always wrap the packaging in this kind of, I guess you call it wax paper, just to keep it from scratching on the box, especially the plastic face where the bubble is shown where all the action figure and the accessories are. It keeps it from scratching, which is pretty good for keeping them in mint condition for collectible reasons. Very nice. We all seen this before with Storm Collectibles. Nothing new here. Just wanted to show you that. Okay. Okay, for the packaging, now this outside of the wax paper, as you can see it, we'll look at it real close. What the wax paper really does, you see up close that it leaves the figure, the packaging itself looking good. There's no scuff marks on the window. You can see that usually when you have shipping, you got the scuff marks, right? You don't have that on any parts of the box. So that's really good for collecting reasons. Nice to have that wax paper in shipping so you get that perfect condition. That's not bad at all. So just want to show you up close. What that really does is keeps it in pretty much mint condition, right? Okay, there you go. So let's take a look at it. As you look at the face inside the window, you can see the action figure and all the accessories inside the bubble. And of course, behind it, you do have that Mortal Kombat logo with a mini diorama. And if you look at the bottom, Mortal Kombat in the logo with Nightwolf. And you see Nightwolf there kind of blending in the other side panel, right? If you take a look at the other side panel, you're going to have Nightwolf in a stance with his axe. You see Mortal Kombat Nightwolf, and you see Storm Collectible Action Series. And on the other side panel, where he's blending over, you can see Nightwolf in the Mortal Kombat logo as well, right? And on top, you do have this window, which does absolutely nothing. And you have the Mortal Kombat logo on top as well. So let's take a look at the backside. There you go. You're going to have the action figure in a couple stances with the accessories. And of course, he has the bio there. If you want to look at that, pause that, read that. Okay. And then you see Storm Collectibles there on the bottom, Warner Brothers and NetherRealm Studios, right? Okay. And if this helps you any, here goes the barcode, right? And there you go. All right. And that will do it for the outside of the packaging. And for the inside of the packaging, that you can see, you have the mini diorama. You can use it for some headshots, body shots, put a couple figures in there, whatnot. It's not that great, it's not that big, but you can still do a little bit of photos, some up close photos with it, right? And there you have it. Okay. Okay, for the pros and cons. The cons is I don't like the ball and socket in the head. It's very strange why it's so long. He's too bulky. He should not be as big as he is here. And that's all my cons. The pros are it comes with a lot of accessories. That's great. The figure is painted well. The articulation is well. It just above all, it just looks great. So for me, I'm gonna give the figure an 8 out of 10. Guys, let me know what you give it. And you guessed it. You could get it at BigBadToyStore.com. Just check out BigBadToyStore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.